Good afternoon everybody, welcome to another live stream. My name is Derek, also known as Tap Peddler. I'm a full-time eBay reseller, also sell on Etsy, Amazon and Facebook Marketplace. And today, as always on a Wednesday, I go live and I show you my process about testing, cleaning and taking photos of the items that I'm getting prepared to get ready for sale on eBay. So let me just take a look at the chat. Here we go. Joanne was in first. Hello Joanne, well done for being first. Leanne Hill, hiya. Rosie's come in. Hiya Gimbal. Richard's in, welcome. And Tom's in, welcome Tom. Yeah, so as always, I'm going to chat a little bit as I work, and basically allow you to just have me on in the background. Drop in and out how you please, and I'll probably be on for a couple of hours. I'm not sure how long I'm going to keep this one going today. I've got quite a lot to photograph, quite a lot of bigger items today as well, so I've put my camera slightly set back, so I'm hoping that there'll be a better view of what I'm taking photos of. I've got 12 sewing machines to get listed, so I'm hoping to get a few of them sorted today. I hope the sound's good. Let me know if it's not. I've only got one webcam going, which is the one next to my monitor, so when I go to work on my items I'll switch to the other microphone. So I'll just quickly test that, see if that works, so bear with me. Okay, so if I go and stand over here, you should hear me quite well, hopefully. Let me know if that's not the case in the chat. Let me flip it back to the other microphone. Okay, so who else is in? Let me have a look. No one new in, that's fine. Tom's got me on in the background. Yeah, Richard's about to start listing. Yeah, Richard's starting listing the first time this year, I think. only joking. Sound is fine, brilliant, thanks. Mr. Skits is in. Oh yeah. Hey, do you want to know my Google Plush morning? So, hey, what do you know? What do you know? Say my Google Plush morning. I have no idea what that means. No plush here either. It's a plush free zone. I did actually list some plush last week. Yeah, I know you've listed a lot. Fair enough, I'm only kidding. Right, so let me make a start on the photos. So as always, what I'll be doing as I take photos, I write down. This is what I've got. I'll show you that there. So this is all the stuff I've already took photos of. Like I've said before, I do this sort of every day. This is my setup every day. But I don't go live every day, obviously. So, but what I do, I write down the item that I've took photos of, like there. So a quick description, like got Wii Batman there, which is a Wii bundle with a Batman game, and I've said that's on shelf W5. So that's now set aside. I've got the photos. I've got where it is. So whenever I actually get round to actually listing that, I can just refer to my notes here. So I'll be adding to that. So I'm just going to put that the side, and I've got a new sheet of paper for today's listings. I will start listing once my Mac decides to finish updating, being about 30 minutes. Alright, that's not so good. Though it's just a saying I do when I pop in anybody's chat. It just says hello and morning, really. Brilliant. I've not seen you in that many chats recently, actually, Mr. Skits. But thanks for coming in. I did see you on TikTok, but I don't really do TikTok very much, so I think Peter Ray sent me a link or something to watch one of the TikTok videos. Yeah, so I'm going to get started on some photography. Okay, so hopefully you can hear me now. I've switched cameras, and as you can see, I've set the camera. The camera's actually up on the roof now because I've got a light on my roof now pointing down this way, basically like that. So when I put an item on there, hopefully you'll see a more isometric view of it. You'll see the top and the side. That's the plan. So yeah, first off, I've got this, which is a Polaroid smartphone TV thing. Basically put your smartphone in there. It's like a Bluetooth speaker, I think. But it came from my contact. It's brand new. Got a little bit of dirt on it, but as you can see, the seal's on there, so I'll be taking a photo of the seal. I might even make this into a better listing by completely removing the white background and putting a solid white background on using Photo Room. But I'll take the photos first. So as this is a new item, it's pretty quick to do, really. I just want all the dirt off the box, because obviously a brand new item, people don't want it to be dirty. Take a picture of the specifications of it, colour, size of it, that sort of thing, and also maybe the seal as well, just to make sure that they know it's new. And what I usually do is I take a photo of the barcode at this point. I probably won't include that in the listing, but it allows me to have a number that I can then enter into the is it the UPC code on eBay, and then hopefully it will come up with the the proper listing for brand new items. So pop that out the way. So that's basically one photo done. Next thing is this Kodak camera. Again, this came from my guy. I don't think I'm going to be able to test this one. Let me just have a look. It's got no film in it. Not really a lot I can do with that. So yeah, it's just a case of taking a photo of it as it is. As always, I've got my cloth that I use to clean everything. Just give it a quick wipe over there. It's not going to be particularly valuable, so this isn't something I want to spend too long on. So I'll put something like that, and then I'll take a couple of snaps of it. I think so, one back. I'll get rid of this black off there. Take one of the back, like that, and that will probably be my lead photo. Take one like that. One more close up, like that, and that should do, I think. It does say it takes AAA batteries, and there's a battery compartment here. Let me see if I can open one base up, one base down. I'm going to have to try and take these batteries out, I think, because I could take a photo with it open like that as well. Unfortunately, I can't seem to get the... Oh, here you go. Yeah, it looks pretty rough in there, to be honest with you. I think I'd best take a picture of the battery compartment. As you can see, I don't know if you can see that, it's not great in there. See if I can use my light to get a decent enough photo. Yeah, as I'm selling it untested, I won't bother putting the batteries in. As I said, I don't want to spend a long time on this particular item. Yeah, that'll do. Maybe take one more just in case I didn't get that, and then actually I'll put this into one of these drawers here. CB2 Kodak camera CB2. Okay, so again from my contact, I've got 3 of these Now TV boxes. I don't know if these are actually worth anything now. They're brand new, as you can see, brand new in the packets. I don't think they're really worth a lot. The boxes are a little bit tattered. I don't think that's really going to clean up. So it'll be a case of just selling them as new other. Actually, I might have a quick look now to see if they're even worth listing. I'm assuming these aren't locked or anything like that. Let me know in the chat if you know anything about these Now TV boxes. So I'm just going to have a quick look on eBay, see if they're worth listing. And what I should be able to do is bring up my screen. There we go, shared screen. There we go. What I want to do is create that. Close that. Right, so here we go. So if we go to eBay, ebay.co.uk. Okay, so Now TV. There doesn't appear to be a model number on here. Just search for Now TV. Let me see if anybody knows has commented. Have they got the codes in? Not worth much, maybe £10. Codes are worth more inside. Okay. Right, let me have a look in the box. Power pack. HDMI cable and batteries. Can't see any codes unless it's the serial number on the book. So I've got these books. So where do I find the code then, Richard? Craig's in. Hi, Craig. Georgina's in. Hello. 3 months subscription to channel packs. There's nothing like that in here. Maybe that's why they've been opened, to get the 3 months, I guess. But this one doesn't appear to have any codes in. Wonder if it's worth me splitting the remotes and selling the remote off as like a spare. So obviously I've got a brand new remote. Let's have a look at solds. So you can get 4K ones, which isn't the same box. See, that's the one I've got, $17.99. Yeah, see, he's got 3 months kids pass. No pass included. Okay. So he got $17.99 without the pass. That's fine. I'm happy with that. Saying that, the power supply sells for £12.95 on its own. Of course, I've got an HDMI cable there that I could use with other things. Yeah, somebody got 16 quid for one there. Yeah, I'm going to sell it without the pass, but brand new. That's the best way to go. Let me just put this back. There we go. So, hi Ian, welcome to the channel. Hi Dave. Is now TV a thing? I have no idea. Right, so I've got 3 of these, so I'll take a picture of one and I'll just use that as the one I use. Here we go. There's the model number. And what I'll do, I'll take a picture of it like that, so they can see that it's got all the equipment with it. And it's all sealed. Try and get a better angle on there with the light. Let's leave it. Right, ready. Put that on there. Right, so that's one done. We'll just check the contents of the other. So it looks like the reason these were open is that somebody wanted it for the codes. They are all new. so that's fine. I'm happy with that. And they are all the same model. So that's a nice quick listing. Okay, so next up, I'll get this out of the way because it's in my way standing. This came from a contact. It's a Kenwood smoothie maker. It looks identical to the one I've got actually. Don't know if this is new or used. It looks used. Yeah, I think it is actually. Yeah, it's used. You can see where it's been used. It's got the stopper thing. Some books with it. So what I'll do with this one is make a nice picture with the box in the background. As seen on TV and Tap Peddler TV. Let's check it works as well, I suppose. It doesn't appear to work. Maybe this has to be on. So if that noise just frightened everybody. Right, so that works. Promise I won't turn it on again. I wasn't expecting it to be that loud, to be honest with you. Put the cable tie here just to wrap back around it. Looks like it's been used once. This is a good top tip. If you ever get these in the box, the plugs go onto, just pop it back on. Makes it look a lot better in the listing. And also sometimes you get plastic bit as well. I don't see that here. That goes over the pins, but that's not there, so it's not a problem. Okay, so I've got the book. Have the main manual and some sort of guarantee card and the stirrer thing. Okay, so that's basically the main photo I'm going to use. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Photo taken of that. And I'll just take photos of all the different parts of the photo as well, so people can zoom in. With this I'll also take a picture of the buttons. If I can find a good angle to do it. It's all that's good. There. Take a photo of the tap mechanism. Take a photo inside the bowl as well. end of the inside of there. That should do. Photo of the top. What I'll also do with this, so put everything back in its plastic. Like so. Put these books in there. All these parts down the sides. And I'll take a photo like that. People can see that it's got all the packaging in there as well. And lid on. There we go. Take a photo. Couple of photos of the box. And that's it. Simple as that. This will be something I'll be putting on Facebook as well as eBay. I think that will sell pretty quick. Everybody's looking to make smoothies and juices and that sort of thing. So that's done. What else? Let me think. I've got this to go on. I'm going to check the chat first, but that's the next thing. Let me have a look at the chat. Okay. Gary's in. Hiya, Gary. Barely use a TV, although I see many TVs. From Dave. Yeah, I don't really use mine for proper TV anymore. I cancelled my Sky. I've got a TV aerial in it, but the aerial doesn't get a picture very well. I need to adjust the aerial, and because I hardly ever use it, I don't really bother. I really should put a free sat box in, but every time I pick them up they're always worth like 50 quid, so I tend to end up selling them. Everybody woke up. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Guess the McDonald's meal. Georgina did a quiz. I didn't catch that. I was on live with Nick and Andrew last night, and then I watched Cooking with Andrew after that. I hate the sound of polystyrene rubbing. It's like nails on a chalkboard, isn't it? Hiya, tea cakes. Thanks for popping in. Anything else? Internet only. Yeah, I just stream YouTube now, really. Chris Tyler's in. Hiya. Oh, Zahir's in. Hiya, Zahir. I watched a bit of Tracy's live earlier, the tail end of Tracy's live when he came on. I missed most of it, but when I got up quite early. I think I was up about 6:30 this morning, and I joined the chat. Couldn't sleep, so I got up, started taking photos and put Tracy on, and then I noticed you went on, and I think Krillin was on, and a couple of other people, American people. I didn't recognise those other people. Hiya, John. Welcome for joining. Hope your disc cleaning business is taking hold. TV is overrated. Watching a bloke photograph random stuff. Yeah. This is where all the action happens. Zahir's always up at 6. Yeah, 6 p.m. on the dot. He's always there. Right. Let's get this very, very expensive aquarium air pump photographed. Trying to figure out how this box goes. I think that's supposed to go like that. It's missing something. I think it's missing like an airline that comes out, but they're going to get whatever's in the photos. Doesn't say what's included. Oh yeah, free airstone and airline included. Not with this. Actually, I should check the bag that I got that in, just in case the airline's there. Hang on. No airline, so I'll just sell it as is. Somebody will want it as a spare probably. It's not going to go for much, but probably stick this on Facebook first, see if I can get a bite on Facebook. Yeah, so here's the loom bands, which is the fail of 2013 or something. But these are great for using to cable tie smaller wires together. So that's what I do with them. I just keep a little bit of them in a convenient place to use. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this because it's not going to really sell for much with those parts missing. I don't think these things are very expensive new anyway, so but I've listed it. It's out the door, isn't it? What else have I got to list? Shall I go and get a sewing machine? I'll go and do a sewing machine, force myself to do it. I'll be back in 2 seconds. heavy. Yeah, so this sewing machine, hopefully it's all there. I've not looked at any of these. I looked at a couple of them, but they were under £10 each. So can't really lose. Right, let's have a look what lies underneath. Ta-da! There's a dead spider in there. Okay, so to begin with, I'm thinking, where's the pedal? There's no pedal on here. That's not a good start. This may not be the one I should start with. It hasn't got the pedal. It's got the box of sewing machine gubbins with it. What to do with that, I don't know. I think I'm going to set this one aside. Because I might have another one. Some of them are more beaten up than others, so it might be a case of putting the pedal from another one with this one. This looks in fairly good condition. Needs the plate bit there as well by the looks of things. Yeah, so far this has been a bit of a fail. Because it was supposed to have the pedals with them. In fact, let me go and have a look, see if I can find a pedal for it. It's a bit disappointed this one doesn't come with a pedal, because I was told they all had pedals, but that's what you get when you don't fully check, I suppose, but it's cheap enough anyway. It will still sell, and I've got the identical model in there. I'm going to put this one aside though, and I'm just going to list this one. This is a Frister Rossmann, and this one looks more to business. So this is a Frister Rossmann Club 7, made in Japan. Let's look that up. Right. Krista Rossman Cup 7. Cup 7? Yeah, Cup 7. Right, so what we got? 50 quid. 50 quid. 249 quid. 55 quid. 100 quid. 100 quid. So what? So I wonder what the difference between the £140 model here and this one's serviced. So that's my one's serviced. It said it was serviced in a label on here saying serviced 2002. There you go. So I might say it's been fully serviced. No. That's untested, no pedal. Right, so let's have a look at this £275 one. What's so great about this one? It's exactly the same. German engineering at its best. Right, so they offer a 1 year full guarantee. Right, so there must be a proper sewing machine. Yeah, Durham sewing machine. So they're a sewing machine specialist, so you can understand them achieving a much higher price. They're probably the buyer for all these cheaper ones. So 50 quid. 150 quid, that's been serviced as well. That doesn't advertise it as being serviced. That comes with all this extra equipment. So I might achieve £100 on that maybe. Let me have a look in the chat. Let me just move this out of the way. Okay, so let me have a look at the chat. So we've got Derek. You can get £20 plus post for the vintage box of sewing machine feet. Richard, can you text him as he won't look at that? I've seen it. Yeah, I'll look at that then, because that might be the way to go on all of them, because they've all got a little box of accessories with, or bags of accessories. So sewing feet. So when you say sewing feet, bear in mind I don't know anything about it. Let me get the box out. So, is this the part you mean? Is that the sewing foot? There's also, I mean, these are the bobbins, aren't they? They're the bobbins, I know that. That's just the screwdriver. There's these things as well. So that's a ruffler. Is that right? That's the ruffler. Right, so if I search for Singer ruffler, aha, here you go. Right, so if it's got a brand on or something, it might be worth. Yeah, this is a Simon Co. Yeah, so that's the same as this one. Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing my screen. Hang on. Shared screen. Yeah, so that's basically what I've got there, isn't it? There you go, like that. So yeah, so this may be the way to go, to sell those things separately. So that's a ruffler. I'm probably best writing this down, I guess. In fact, Singer parts. Ruffler. Right, so I wonder if that stuff is any good. So there's all these different things. Round ones are the bobbins, long ones are shuttles. There's lots of little parts, really. This may be the way to go with them. There's all these little springy things. Something here as well. And so I think it's going to be a case of me going through the boxes of accessories and seeing if they're worth listing separately, especially if the pedals are missing, I guess, because that's where I'm going to get the money from, because the machine's going to have a lot less value, I suppose. So thanks for that. I'll separate those out, maybe put the bare minimum stuff with the machine, and then keep anything that's, you know, like these things. Is the ruffler an essential part of the sewing machine, or could I still sell that machine, or maybe not that one there, but the Singer machine without one of these, and somebody could still do stuff with it? Bearing in mind I know nothing about this sort of thing. What's that? Have a look on eBay. Resold box. Let me have a quick look at that. Sold listings. Aha, here we go. Right, so that's like the box just of random parts. 1999, you see, yeah. This could be the way to go, mightn't it? So that's effectively what I've got. No, it's an add-on to do a different job. Brilliant. So, in theory, as long as I have maybe one bobbin, maybe have a bobbin with it, and have you know, the plate thing where the needle goes into. As long as that's all there, would that be good enough to sell as like a usable unit? Because when I've sold them before, I've sold quite a few sewing machines before, but I've really just sold them as I've got them, with the box of accessories. I've never split the accessories out, but yeah, that definitely appears to be the way to go, because I've always basically just dumped the accessories in with the item. I haven't even bothered taking photos of it. I've just said there's a load of accessories with it. You're welcome to contact me at a different time to get names for the fee. I ran a sewing business for 40 years. Have you got the manual? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll probably do that then once I've sorted things out. I've got 12 machines in total. I think I've got another one that's in my death pile as well. Some of them have manuals, some of them don't. I was told they all had the pedals, but obviously that was wishful thinking, I think. But I paid, I think they were basically about £8 each for these sewing machines. And the ones I've sold before I've got between £50 and £100 for. I sold one, and I think it's the model that Richard's mentioned before, the Bernina. I think I sold one of them for about £300 once, but it did cost me about £100. I bought it at auction. It was like a red colour, I think it was red or yellow. But it was a good item. So let me get this sorted. Put this. Okay, so do that. So it's got the pedal with it, and this one hasn't, unless there's an accessories box. Sometimes they have boxes, don't they? Let me take it out the case. Where is this open? Oh. Yeah, there's nothing in there anyway, so that's empty. That just clips on. Okay, so let's plug it in. It's got all the different styles of stitching there. Doesn't this pop out and you can access the bulb? Is that right? Oh, there you go. Yeah, there's a bulb in there that doesn't appear to be on. Is there a switch? Can you turn on the light? Right, okay, so that pops out. Let's just stop it from falling down, I suppose. Okay. Okay, so that appears to function. Need a big cable tie for this one, I think. Might just put some tape around it. have got here? My best friend's partner is a qualified sewing machine engineer and electrician, so I get my machine serviced for free. I was about to say, usually a swing door, the things that jump into your head over 30 years ago in home economics at school. So it's in good condition, this machine, by the looks of things. I've actually got a video that I've edited. I've still got to upload it. Is how to package a sewing machine, which I've done. Might come in useful. Get the grime out of this. I wonder if this is, let's see it. Sometimes I put this sort of thing in like the bath, but this has got a sticker on it, so I don't think I'm going to do that. Put something stuck to it there as well. Dirt out. If this is going to be a higher value item, it's always, I always spend a little bit of time, more time on cleaning it. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do with this that in the background, move that forward and put the pedal there like that, maybe even do it that way, something along those lines for the photo. I'm taking these standing quite back from the camera, so it's a lot less angled than the photo shows on the screen. I'll put it back in the case in a second. Take a couple of So would you say there's any particular specific areas of a sewing machine, more than sort of any object, that you would want in the photos? I usually take the serial number and a photo of where the needle is. I suppose I could open that and show the mechanism there. Then the pedal, could take another pedal and then pop it back in the case. I'm going to take a photo take a photo of it like that as well. And then take a photo of it in the case. Handle up as well a little bit. Yeah, so I think that's one dealt with. I'll go and get another Singer, I think, for the next one. Let me have a look. Shame you cannot thread the machines up and put a test piece of fabric through the stitching to show it works, and the quality of the stitch as well might bump up the price. I suppose I could do that. Yeah. Maybe I should. The quality of the stitch might bump up the price. Our aids in. Just a quick hello to everybody. Can't hang around. Currently in my underpants doing housework. Looks like there is a compartment at the front for sewing feet. You should open that, and also the bobbin case underneath. Ah, yes, good point. I'll do that now. The problem is there's nothing actually in the case, but I suppose these are the sort of things that might go missing and stuff, so people want to see stuff, don't they? Click that one. That seems to be screwed down. Feels like it should come off. Okay then. Okay. Do with a little bit of a okay. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? Okay, so that's that done. Right, I'll go and get another one. heavy, these. Right, so this one's a slightly moderner one, I think. Maybe from the 60s would this be, do you think? I'll have a look on that website where you type in the serial number in a second. So I've used that before to date them. I've had them in, I think they're referred to as the coffin cases. They look like coffins. I've had them before, and I've had ones, I actually bought one that was on a desk once and you sort of flipped it round. That was all completely seized up. Let me see if there's any. Yeah, see, I've got a little box of stuff here as well. Yeah, this is the same brand, the Simon Co. Anti-corrosion paper. Right, so this is a Singer 185K. And this actually is threaded up, so do you think I should run some material through and do some live sewing? This will be my first ever sewing. Proper sewing. I think I did use a couple of ones at school when I was there, but that was many, many years ago. Right, so I'll put the tighten that up so that doesn't come loose. Now, what I usually like to check is the wiring on these, because just in case they're split or something, or degraded with time, but this looks fine. I want to electrocute myself. It's a little bit, I don't know if it's mould or mildew on it. Guessing it's right. Does work. Light works. Clean up. It's a shame that the actual case of this is faulty, I think. It's missing the latch that the lid would connect to. Where's it gone? Yeah. Well, it's broken off, so you know, you can't put the lid on and carry it. So I'm guessing this all needs to be threaded through these little eyes. I don't think I'm going to be able to manage any sewing, because I don't even know how to thread it up. And that might be something I'll have to look at after the video. I have to watch a YouTube video on it, I think. But maybe before I put them in my garage, I'll take all the photos sort of as it is, and then before I put them in the garage, I'll watch the video and take a couple of photos threaded up. Let me take a look at the chat. there is thread coming up from the bobbin at the bottom as it won't stitch otherwise. Oh, is that supposed to... That's making some horrible noise. I think the pedal was half down. Got me worried there. I thought it was going to blow up. Tommy's in, I think. Yeah, hi Tommy. So there's a thread coming up from the bobbin at the bottom. Don't run it with thread in without fabric, as it could get tangled up underneath. Sewing strings are a mission. I did see an old one sell to a dealer a few months ago, and he have needed to make $4.50. Has he got the same rags clean? Yes, maybe that's what I should sew up. Maybe I should sew that old rag as well. No, it is wrong. Maybe you should do a live with just me looking at the video, and I might be able to guide you through the threading. You have threaded the machine incorrectly. There is no tension, plus when you sew you need the lever at the back down if using fabric. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need more advice on this. So yeah, I'll take a picture as it stands. Probably should remove that cotton at the top, and then I can add the photos of it threaded up and actually done some sewing once I've finished this live, because yeah, it's not going to be successful trying to thread it up right now. I can take the main photos. So as it stands here, would I need to include any of these with it, or could I just sell it as is and then have these separately? Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, the threading guide might be online. Yeah, I'll take a photo as it is, but I'll take the cotton off, because if it is threaded incorrectly, that's going to look bad, isn't it, on the photos? So I'm probably better off not showing any thread at all. And then when I've actually threaded it, it will look a lot better. If I can find my scissors. I'll go and get them. 2 seconds. Take the power out of that because that looks good. I'll take a photo with the light. Right. Okay. side. Yeah, this is the rag, same rag as last time. I've done before with these, take photos of the motor serial and stuff. Don't know if that's something that's a good idea or not really. You know, over anything else. This opens, doesn't it? How does this open then? Oh, so that was the thing you were saying, drop that down. No, I haven't got a clue how that opens. Yeah, I think that'll do for now, and what I'll do, I'll thread it up, figure out how to do that, and then I'll put some fabric through and maybe show a stitch of it. And I think what I'll do is only do these two for now, because if I'm doing stitching and things, then I don't really want to have too many to have to deal with, because I'll end up finding that a bit overwhelming, I think, being a total novice at sewing machines. And I said I've sold a few before, but I've always sold them pretty much as is. You know, I've basically said that they're powered on, and that's about it. And I've just chucked in all the accessories, so it may be worth me trying to up my listing quality by giving, you know, pictures of it, the stitches and that sort of thing. You know, it's got to help it sell. Either I'll get a better price, or it will sell for more money, or it will go quicker. So yeah, so that one's pretty much done as well. All I've got to do is those two. I need to stitch something with them. Yeah. Okay. So what I might do, I'll check the chat first before I move on. Let me find it. Have you looked in the right side of that machine? There might be more stuff. Yeah, there was a box. This box of stuff. That's what I was saying. Do you think how I took the photos there is enough to sell the machine, and then all of this can be sold separately? I guess if I can stitch it, you know, when I come to thread it all up, and that's got enough stuff for a basic stitch, then it's good enough, I guess. That way it looks like the old kind with no earth. Probably, yeah. That's the point. I was going to do I was going to do the what do you call it? Find the age of the sewing machine, but I can't remember what the serial number was now. Let me find it. I think it's in here somewhere. Sewing machine numbers. Have a look at the photos I've taken. K890. K series K890. It'll be one of these. No, that can't be right. Oh, that's the. I haven't took a picture of the actual serial number of the machine. I took a picture of the motor serial number. Oh well. It won't be that one. I'm guessing that one's a 60s machine. It's a 185K. Anyway. But this is the website, Singer Sewing Machine serial numbers. It's the one I use, or I've used in the past anyway. Oh, you can't actually see it because I'm not sharing my screen, am I? Yeah, this website here is the one I've used for searching for serial numbers before. So you type in, you work out what the serial number is between these two numbers, and then it tells you how many were made between that date and when it was made. That's the one I've used in the past. What else? Need a hotline to Derek, yeah. I think I might need some assistance with these sewing machines then. So yeah, much appreciated for any help. So here was sold radios with the 2-core wire, pre-1974. Yeah, it looks 60s, doesn't it, that type of machine? Maybe write a checklist of what to take for sewing machines so you don't forget. Yeah, I'm often buying them without pedals. Excuse me. Just got rid of one without a pedal. It took me ages to sell it. It was a new home sewing machine. It took absolutely ages. And it's sold, and now I've got another one with no pedal. Yeah, so it says, how are you feeling seeing me wrestle with this lot? Yeah, she's probably looking at it thinking he's going to break it if he keeps on pulling at all these different bits of it that aren't supposed to move and stuff. True that plugs on that can be vintage plastic people go mad for. Are you talking about the Bakelite plugs? Okay, so I think that's enough sewing machines. Let me see if I've got something else to. Why don't we do some high five to keep Zahir happy? I'll be back in a second. Here we go. She's sort of vintage. She's not particularly a great item, but is what it is. It's a Kenwood receiver. It's a bit sort of plasticky. It's not brilliant, but I think it owes me a £5 or something. And I think I've got the remote. It came with this remote, although it's a completely different colour, so I'm not 100% sure whether that's the actual remote, but we'll find out in a second. It doesn't look promising this actually works. Let's try it with some batteries. It's the correct remote. It just keeps on flicking off straight away. Busted, I think. Yeah, that's not so good, is it? I wonder if it's just the LCD that's not working, because it is powering on. Let me connect something to it. Audio. Let's try that. Yeah, there's sound coming out of it. Keep these speakers handy just to test stuff. Front speakers. So I'm feeling this actually does work.
had sound coming out earlier. Front speakers. Now this is knackered. Right, so this will be spares or repairs. Fingers crossed the remote has some sort of value on its own. But even that's got some damage to it. It's gluing. Right. So that's going to be for spares. I'm not going to mess about with that too much. There's nothing on the LCD display. Power's on but then goes off pretty quick. So there's something wrong with it. Let me check eBay for the remote control. So this is Kenwood RC R0622. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, $16.99 plus postage. Yeah, so that's where the money is. I'll sell the remote separately, and I'll sell the unit as spares repairs. So just a quick photo on this. I won't spend too long on it at all. So far the electrics haven't been particularly good to me today, have they? Where's my phone? There it is. Of the usual pictures, how I photo these. I do the side at an angle. That's usually how I like to list and photo these things. Let me take another picture of the front there. Take a picture at the back. All these inputs and outputs, and one of the model number. Yeah, and that's all I'm going to do with that. And then the remote. Is this a quick wipe? Good. I always take a picture of the battery compartment.
check the chat. Yeah, I'm not having much luck with any of this electricals. Yeah, I don't generally get the wire, the soldering iron out much really. Right, let's try and find something that actually works this time. I bought these speakers as part of a bundle of stuff. They're brand new, I think, but I don't even know if these work either. I'm guessing they do. What I might do is, and these are brand new, but they look like they've been opened, so I'm going to have to give them a basic test. The USB, so with the lights on, are they chargeable things? Okay, so these need to be, oh, there you go. Okay, let's see if I can connect to Bluetooth on it. Bluetooth. That looks like it worked. Let's just give it a test. Find something suitable to test it with. Here we go.
Seven-figure income.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the shed. I'm Lonnie, and
Yeah, that works. So happy enough with that. But I'm going to have to put these on charge because if they've got batteries in them, I'm going to have to charge them up. It's a bit of a pain. So what I think I'll do is, because I've got two of them, I'll take a photo of the other one as the other one's on charge. This one's actually, see that one's brand new. What I'm going to do, I'm going to keep that one completely sealed. On the basis that that one's working, I'm going to sell this one as working brand new. And the same goes for this one. I think this one has got, I've got a brand new one. Yeah, it's exactly the same as that one. HE. Yeah, it's exactly the same model, it's just a different box. And this one, see, this one's been used because you can see the water where the water's been in it. And it's also missing stuff on it. The USB, I don't know, you won't be able to see that, but the USB plug on this is completely missing. So that's for the tip. That's useless. So yeah, that's no good. So drop that in there. So it's just a case of getting something else now. I'll take a picture of these in a second. Okay, so there's another one here I found. Again, this one's been opened, so I'm going to have to test this one as well. So I've got two there that need to be tested. So I'm going to set these aside and I'm going to check they charge up and things like that, because this box hasn't been particularly successful so far. You know, I don't like it when you've got broken items. You know, I don't want to deal with it. So this came out the same box. The question is, does this work? So I've got a wireless microphone. There is a battery in here. Not powering on, so I'm assuming this battery's knackered. I can swap that out for a good one. See, this one seems to have issues as well. The lights not staying on. Let's see what happens once this is plugged in, because it may require this to be see, this is a multi-adapter as well, it's not even the original adapter, 12 volts. Okay. I think this is obviously a bad lot, so whatever's in this lot needs to be checked. Hello, hello? And of course it's got to be plugged into an input, isn't it? which I haven't got obviously. What I can do is I can just do that. This microphone's busted anyway. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, it's not working. Hello? Hello, hello, hello? No. Yeah, all of this stuff from this lot's obviously just crap, isn't it? The microphone definitely doesn't work. Let's have a look, see how much these are even worth. I think that's the problem about buying job lots and buying blind. You're going to end up with some bad purchases, but you've got to take the good with the bad. Yeah, you see somebody sold one for 99p here. It's a complete waste of time and effort. I think the only good thing that's come out of this is I've got myself a universal adapter. You turn that screen share off. Yeah, the universal adapter will come in handy. The rest will be going to the grate. I'll keep this as well. Put that in my bag of spares because it's probably useful for something. Take my good battery out of this. I'll be going to the junkyard in the sky. Okay, so this is the last item out that dodgy box, so might as well get this one checked over because otherwise it's going to end up on my pile of shame because I won't want to bother dealing with it. The standard PC what do you call them? Speakers. These will be a quick, easy test. Power on. They are actually on. Connected to my earphone socket on the iPhone. And Lonnie comes out.
Right now, I'm a Funko Pop seller. So let's do a quick reset on these Funko Pops, see where we're at right now. I had a goal.
Yeah, so they work.
Actually, I don't think I'm going to make it.
Yeah, if you haven't subscribed to Lonnie, I'm sure I don't need to be advertising Lonnie, but his shed flips and garage flips on YouTube best mention it considering I've put him on the video. But I'm sure everybody who's subscribed to me will be subscribed to Lonnie, or at least have heard of him. So at least that's these speakers. I can get these advertised underway. They're not going to be worth a lot. I don't actually like buying, you know, this sort of thing or these things at auctions because I always find they're broken. I mean, I didn't get these at auctions. I got these from a guy, but he would have got them from the auction probably because they've got a sticker on them there. That's usually the auction number. But like I was saying last night in my live stream about getting contacts, you've got to take the rough with the smooth. Occasionally you're going to get a bad item or items, but overall you do well. So it's worth keeping the contact. I mean, if you did get a contact and all he was doing is selling you rubbish consistently, and obviously it's not a good contact to keep, and you just move on to someone else. But that's not the case with my guy. So. These are a bit of a wipe over with my nice clean cloth. Excuse me. Let me have a look in the chat. I'll have a quick sip of my coffee. Read the chat. Oh, Laney's in. Hi, Laney. Thanks for popping by. I've been watching. Zahir's been watching YouTube. He needs to buy all the gear now. Is that soldering irons he's talking about? Is that right? Screen thing all looks really fancy. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm using OBS. Just pretty much basic. The most difficult bit of it was putting the chat in, really, the live chat, and the little countdown thing I have at the start. I had to watch a YouTube video on how to do that. Let me have a look. Everybody's saying hi to Lainey. Are you selling polys in? Hiya. So we'll do a quiz. Amazon parcel just arrived. As always, the box is sometimes bigger than needed. Yeah, I bought it's like a little thermostat O-ring. Basically, it's like a little rubber ring, and it came in a box this big. That was actually eBay, but I think they did Amazon as well. It's basically the same seller. Gimbal says, I wasn't paying attention when your Kenwood receiver was on. Was it dead? It powered on. It went off pretty much straight away. I'm not sure what the problem was there, but there was nothing on the LCD display either. I did hear some sort of static from the speaker I plugged in initially,
but then I pressed one of the buttons and I think it changed the input, and I couldn't get it to do it again, and without any LCD display I didn't know what I was doing, so I'm just going to sell it as spares. There's obviously issues with it, but the remote looks like the remote's worth about 15, so that's how I'll get my money back and make a little bit of profit. I think it cost me a £5. Hi Crispy, thanks for popping by. Okay, so I'll get these speakers photographed. Mustn't forget to put the adapter with it as well. Power adapter and the user manual. Maybe just pop that in the background. Let's get that and get rid of these speakers then. They're not going to be worth a lot. Take a couple of the speakers on their own. Also the backs. Show the connection. Show the back. Take a picture of that as well. That's it really. Stick the power supply back in the box. It's just going to be a cheap item, it's not worth worrying about it too much, I think. Maybe take a picture of the box as well. Okay, so yeah, I'm a bit fed up of things not working, so I decided to pull this out, which I think, I got this from a guy and I was looking at it quickly at the part number. I think it's a Mini Cooper grill. It's brand new. Don't know whether it's a genuine one. I need to have a look a bit further at it, see if there's any markings on it. But they seem to go for a decent amount of money. It's got this film all over it. It's not going to look good in the photos, so I'll just blow that off. I think it is new though. I think I'm going to have to sell it as used though, because it's new old stock or something maybe. It's got this greasy film on it that's probably to stop it getting pitted with rust. I don't know. This is just plastic though. It's not real metal. It all looks pretty good. Yeah, it's a genuine mini one. It's got the
the mini logo. It's probably hard to see it, but it's got a mini logo in the corner. Made in Germany. So this should be worth a decent amount of money. I wonder if it'd be worth me. There's the sheen on it, maybe. Probably worth me going for a stock photo with this anyway, but I'll take a couple of photos of it just in case. This is the sort of part I'll probably use photo room to take the white background away. Make it perfectly white. I need a picture of the part numbers. I just need Nick Hills to crash his Mini, and then I'll be able to do him a good deal on the grill, Maybe I should wait until he's out and then distract him on the phone or something. Put up a video or something. I think that would do, and I'm probably going to use a stock photo anyway for this. Don't know where I'm going to put this. This will probably be best in the storage garage. Actually, what I'll do, because I want to keep this nice, because it's brand new. Put it inside a bag. Otherwise it's going to get dusty and dirty in the storage, I think. That'll keep that nice now. Nice and clean in the storage.
Let me take a look at the chat, see if anything else is going on. Oh, hi, you reseller kid. Thanks for popping by. Argos has some good deals on some games at the minute. Is that to resell or to actually use? What are they going for? There's a couple of minis in my scrappy down the road just now. I can't remember the part number, it's on my photos, but I could search for genuine mini grill. I think it was 2007. I don't know if it's got an E or not, grill. There's a pre-owned one for $39. New. I did see it in the. Let me have a look at the part. I think it's less than. Mini 164434 -0. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? 55 quid used. R56. Well, that's the one, so let's have a look at eBay for that. Was it gone to ebay.com? ebay.co.uk. Brand new. Buy it now. That's just for that bit. Pre-owned. £59, people are asking. Pre-owned 43. It's gonna be. It's gonna be a fair bit, isn't it? Genuine part, pre-owned is 50 quid, and that one's brand new. So we're talking maybe £100 I could ask for it. I need to do a little bit more research into exactly, you know, what mini it's from. I'm assuming it's from a Cooper, I'm not sure. I prefer the original minis anyway. Yeah, it might be worth you going down there and getting the mini things if they're only a tenner. There's money in car parts, second-hand car parts. You know, there's a lot of money involved in it. You know, stripping a car and selling the parts off, you can end up getting a lot more than what you would for the car as a whole. There's many cars that are worth more in parts than as a whole thing. Okay, so let's do a couple more photos before we call it a day. Just trying to think what I could get. Well, let me go and have a look, see if I can find something. Okay, so this is one of the go-kart fuel tanks. I got 4 of them. 3 of them are brand new. They're a bit bashed up, but they are brand new. The genuine Honda ones. This one is used. Stinks of petrol. But hopefully I'll get a fire for it or something. It's going to be cheap. Don't want to spend a lot of time messing with this one. And this Bush Bluetooth wireless speaker. I think this was in the box of those other things. This needs a good test. First thing I'm thinking is where's the power supply? 12 volt. Looks quite a nice thing though. Let me see if I've got a 12 volt. There's a 9 volt. I don't really want to use that multi one that I had because I want to ideally keep that for testing stuff. Seven volt. Right, let me go through and see if we can get a power supply to go with it.
I've got a power supply, hopefully it'll fit. Yes. I don't really know if it's working. Let's try this one with it because I don't know if that power supply is any good. This one don't look good either. There's no way of knowing whether it's on or not. Let's see if it's got a Bluetooth signal. Yeah, I'm not impressed with the electricals I've had from this particular box. It looks like it's been a load of duds. There's no way of knowing if this is even on or not. I'm assuming these lights would light up. This power supply, this is 12 volts as well. Try this one. Aha! Yeah, that's working. Right, so the lights are on. Is anybody home? See if we compare it to my phone. Bluetooth is flashing. I'm not finding anything to connect to.
see what other people are saying in the chat. Nick's in. Hiya, Nick. You better not be prepping loads to get ready for next week's challenge. I know your game. No, these will be listed tomorrow and the next day. I'm hoping that I'm going to get a good haul at the weekend, otherwise I'm going to run out of stuff before our challenge. I'll probably have all those sewing machines to go through, so I'm not going to get those done all this week. If I'm going to sort of test them properly like I discussed earlier. Lots of mini chat now going on. I think Nick must have sensed me listing a mini grill. I know he wants it. He wants to buy it, I can tell. Just as a spare, maybe, just in case he crashes the mini. Mates rates and all of that. Has it got discs right now, Richard? Oh, there's more mini chat. Yeah, so I think this bush speaker might actually end up in the bush because it's not working. Well, so next line of defence, it's got an aux in, so let's see if I can use the aux in. At least then I can be able to sell it for something. You know, somebody might not be bothered about the Bluetooth. Yeah.
Within 14 days, and my goal was to list 50 a day, starting here, 50 a day on average.
Yeah, that's working. So yeah, it's a shame that the Bluetooth isn't working. I'm just worried there might be something I'm doing. It's not showing up. Yeah, so I think that's going to be a case of selling it without the Bluetooth working. And also possibly without a power supply. Now I know how it powers on. Let's try this power supply again. No. Maybe that's dead then. And this one's no better. I think I'm just going to sell this cheap without the power supply and with Bluetooth broken. Tell them they've got to buy a power supply from eBay or something. spending any more time on it. At least that's the last of that box. That box obviously was full of somebody's broken items. It's a nice looking speaker though. Let's have a look at the chat. eBay's dead here, but done a load of private sales. Yeah, eBay's been pretty dead for me as well. I'm not even sure if I've had a sale yet. Let me have a look. £50. Sold a Power Rangers game joystick thing, plug and play thing. I've sold a baby blender, baby food blender, a baby food blender, vintage Connect 4, and a Logitech USB keyboard. There's still mini chat going on. Does anyone have the new eBay telephone number? I don't know. Hiya Mark, I hadn't noticed you were in there, but no, I don't have the number. I didn't realise they had a new telephone number, although I very rarely call them. I get them to call me through the live chat thing. Right, I think I might call it a day there, because I'm a bit annoyed by the quality of these electrical items I've had, but there you go. It's the way it goes. I was hoping that Kenwood might be worth about £50 or £60, but it's not going to be worth that if it's broken. Probably more like $14.99 plus postage, maybe spares and repairs, which is still profit. That's the best way to buy. If you buy it where you can sell it as spares and repairs and still make a profit, then it's a no-brainer. That's how I try to do things. Haggis says sales were going to drop a little now that people are hyped about shopping. Yeah, people want to be going out rather than buying stuff online. They're probably fed up of buying stuff online, but hopefully that'll be a temporary blip and then it'll get back to normal. Yeah, I had a good day yesterday. In the end, had a couple of sales after my live chat. Yeah, so I've got a video coming out in the next couple of days. Well,
what's it about? Oh yeah, it's about a bad buyer, so that's quite an interesting one. Although I was watching it back to check it was all, because I've had to conceal the buyer's user ID, but because eBay put it all over the screen, I've got like blurry bits all over the screen. So I hope that the video is still entertaining, but that will be due out tomorrow. I've got it scheduled to go live tomorrow, so that's an interesting one. And I have a video about how to pack a sewing machine, full things, coming out in the next few days as well. Because I had to package one up the other day, so I thought I might as well take a video of it. Let me have a look. I've got a similar thing in my death pile still doing, but those hadron cardon things, hardened cardon things, 2 candlesticks and a goldfish bowl. Something, no Bluetooth, but works with lead. Yeah, it's like, I just like cheaply made things, I think. If I don't deal with it now, they'll end up on the death pile. It's a shame there's no electronic repairman in the community with decent techniques, hi-fi, which is faulty. Or doesn't Dave repairs, doesn't he do repairs and things? He might know more about it. I've got some faulty Technics hi-fi as well. I sell them as spares or repairs. Usually, I think I got $14.99 plus postage. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm so tired because I got up so early this morning. Yeah, list it now and get it gone. That's my advice. Yeah, well, thanks for everybody for coming on. Please give me a thumbs up on the video on the way out, and keep an eye out on YouTube, because I'll be uploading some more videos in the next few days. I'm going to try and do a little bit more YouTube. I always have spurts of doing YouTube and then I stop for a bit, but I'm going to try and keep up the momentum. I'm also next week doing the listing challenge with Nick. I think Andrew's coming on that as well. Richard's going to do it. Can't remember who else was going to do it. I saw that Mel might do it, but I'm not sure if that's the same listing challenge or not. But there's quite a few of us going to be doing it, I think. So yeah, thanks for popping by. Hope it was entertaining in some way. And I'll try and do another one next week, I think. And yeah, keep an eye out for my future videos coming up any day now. So bye for now.